Yes, Kel, somebody is here. It is us, the Rogue Scholars. How are we doing today, guys? Good morning.
Wait, are we starting? There's a minute and a half left. What's up, guys? I'm ready.
No, there's not a minute and a half left. It
Oh,
just ended.
my stream there is. It's kind of. Oh, maybe I'm super delayed.
You must be.
Nope,
Wow.
we're back.
Wow, Kirby, just ruining it. Wow.
Dude, listen. Listen.
I'm
I have
the
no
one
retort to
boom.
that.
I'm the one with the counter, dude.
I'm Mega Kirby.
Trillion Spears.
And welcome to the stream. Good morning. Happy April 5th. Today we're going to be talking about zombies and the zombie apocalypse. We're in
Yes.
interesting times right now, and we've seen evidence of hoarding and all kinds of other unpleasant things. So let's talk about the lighter fare, zombie apocalypse.
Zombies, yes. Yes.
So,
good.
I mean, zombies. There's a surprising amount of stuff to talk about. More than I actually thought about at first with this wealth of topic. So, like, first of all, like, there's like a lot of different types of zombies. Like,
Yup.
Yep.
there's like The Last of Us, where they were like a type of zombie, but like not. And I don't want to talk about that too much because Trell, you played the first beginning of it, right?
Played it.
I played like 10 minutes of it, so I remember there was like different kinds of zombies, and
Yeah.
I'm thinking similar to like the Left 4 Dead. There was like these screamers or something.
Okay,
can't
so
remember.
the zombies are called clickers, and they're spore based. Like they're people that were infected by spores.
That kind of rings a bell. Okay.
And then like what you guys are playing right now is Dead Rising, which everything's infected by like killer wasps that have been genetically altered.
Yeah, that's the same thing. Same from Dead Rising 1. Although you don't see any bees in Dead Rising 2.
I don't know about that.
Ooh,
Mm.
ooh, spoils.
You-
Oh man! All right, I'm excited to see the return of the bees. All right, cool.
And then what's that movie with Will Smith?
I Am Legend.
I Am
Oh
Legend.
yeah,
so
with the
those
big mouth,
zombies
like.
were like super intelligent. Like
That's right.
they were like almost like rabid people.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of 28 days later as well.
Yeah.
That's right.
So like
And then
they were like not falling apart and stuff as much.
Yeah.
They just lost
Right.
all brain function.
you got the more traditional sense, like in Walking Dead, and then I could go on forever because
Where
there's
they
like
fall apart and stuff. But
yeah, multiple zombie movies. I would say I like the Walking Dead one over the ones that you get in like Dawn of the Dead, just because of speed type thing.
Yeah.
And then if you want to go even crazier in speed, you got the ones in what was that movie called? World War Z. Yeah.
They were
What-
kind
what
of
they
like
make-
a hive mind.
Literal mountains.
Right.
Yeah, they like pile up and then it's just like coming at you like a freaking wave. You're like, whoa. So you got just like endless possibilities of different kinds of zombies out there, and I think we just wanted to kind of talk about them and compare them, and just distract everybody from coronavirus. So
I mean,
Yep.
yeah, and like, so I don't know about you, but I think the slow zombies are the way to go. Like, but the slow zombies with that, like, if we're going with the Walking Dead scenario, like everyone is infected. Like, you die, you're gonna turn into a zombie.
that is true. That's true, and that's actually like I remember that was such a either in the season 1 or season 2. I think it was
Zombieland,
1,
yes.
right?
Uh,
The 1 I think was the one
yeah,
where
they
it was.
got close to figuring out what the cure was, but then everything blew up.
Yeah, because then the guy at the CDC kind of whispers to Rick, and you're like, "What do you whisper?" And you find out that everyone's already infected.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Big spoils, by the way. I guess if no one's ever watched that show.
I have no intention of watching it, so I'm okay with it.
To be honest though, like that was a big like oh my god moment, but
Yeah.
what is it? It doesn't mean anything. Like everyone's infected, just don't die. I
Oh,
guess,
so that's
you
what
know?
that's what it is. So everyone, no matter what, you're infected, but it doesn't matter unless you die.
Something airborne. Something like so. Like
Okay.
if I went over to someone, shot him in the head, they'll come back. I guess not in the head. If I kill someone, they'll come back to life, and you see that
It's
somewhere.
not that something's airborne. It's that everybody through contact had already gotten it. It was an underlying virus.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like, there's the if you die, you get it, but then there's also the disease. So like, if you get bit, it progresses the disease faster.
Okay.
And you turn into a zombie. You die. So it
that was
kills
kinda-
you.
That was kind of the twist. It's like you no matter what, you're gonna become a zombie unless you get headshotted, I guess, and then you're no coming back at
But
all.
like, let's say like, how if I don't die normally, like, can I live to be 80 like normal and then die, or like, am I gonna die
Yeah.
sooner? Oh, then I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
Yeah. So it really, in all actuality, it didn't
Right.
do a terrible amount for the show. Like maybe
It
just kind of the
just
possibility
made
of people
the-
coming back.
Yeah, it just made the stakes a little bit different. Like, oh, we gotta cure this. We gotta cure this. There is
Yeah.
no cure. Like, this is the way it is now. So like,
Yeah.
to remove that plot line so early was just like, I thought it was pretty cool. But anyway, like we can go down different wells like that all we want. But what's
That's
the
something
worst kind
too.
of zombie? I guess.
What's that?
What's the worst kind of zombie?
I mean, the worst kind of zombie I feel like was World War Z. Like there was no even like surviving that. Like I'm everyone has probably had the thought in their head like, how would I do in a zombie apocalypse? And sometimes you're like, man, it'd be fun just sitting there slaying things. You know, I'd be making combo weapons just like in Dead Rising. I'd be duct taping everything together and just trying them out.
You can't duct tape two brooms together. Remember that. It's not a combo.
But like I would definitely be trying that out and then you know, trying to see how many I could get and just seeing how far I could survive. But if it's gonna be like World War Z, you can't do anything about that. They're just gonna kill you.
Yup. So they're the worst in terms of you can't survive them, or like, cause I guess there's a few ways to think about this. It can be like the worst in terms of it makes the movie boring. There can be, or it makes the game boring or unscary. And then there's like, oh, it's the worst in terms of I don't want to have to deal with this apocalypse.
I
'cause I'm
mean,
just gonna
like in
die.
real life, like what's the worst type of zombie?
Oh, then yeah, what Trell said, because you just get dunked on.
But like,
They're smart and they're stupid fast.
I mean, were they really smart?
They made a wall, a
They
zombie
were
wall.
like ants, right? I guess.
It was pretty much like ants.
I mean, they knew it. Sure, they knew enough. Like when there was a massive wall, they literally stood on top of each other to get over it. I mean, sure, were they making zombie guns and just shooting us? No, but
Zombie guns.
I don't know.
It was just like they used the ability to
They've learned to open doors.
of the numbers of them. They just used to overpower anything, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that the worst kind, in my opinion, would be something like 20 or WWZ. There, jeez, I can't say it.
WWZ.
Yeah, those were pretty crazy. My favorite scene in that movie, by the way, is the magazine scene. Toward
You'll
the end of the
remind me.
movie. When
I
when
don't-
he's going through the labs and he's barricaded his body up with magazines so they can't bite him and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man, it's
He's
been a
gotta
while since
get
I've seen the movie. Actually,
He's got to sneak through the lab to get the like stuff. I guess it was a cure or something like that.
to be honest, it wasn't my favorite zombie movie, but it was definitely worth
It was good.
a watch.
Yeah. I heard that they were making a second one, but it kind of fell out. I think.
Did it?
Anyway,
I wonder, like with the things with coronavirus, do you think that zombie things might chill out a bit? Like it's going to be inappropriate at this time, or?
I mean,
I don't know.
I'd be kind of mad. Like, it's a pandemic. No one's turning into zombies. I think that if people are getting like offended by zombies, like, oh, that's too much, I'd be kind of upset with how lame people
Yeah, 'cause
are
I-
being then.
I personally agree. I feel like it's disconnected enough. It's not like I mean, I wonder if people are actually going to come out with like fictional novels about coronavirus one day. I mean, just like you get fictional things about
we've already
World War
had
II.
fictional virus stuff happen, and that coronavirus fits pretty well. I mean, like people take from reality, like viruses have happened before, and they will happen again.
This is the first virus.
This is the first
very
one
first.
that has gotten this widespread this quickly.
Yeah.
Which is something
In a
that
long
people have
time.
been talking right. Which people have been talking about. It's gonna happen sooner rather than later. We're just too connected. you know.
Yeah.
I mean, and there's been tons of viruses, excuse me, that
That was awesome.
yeah, he's got a spot now up above my shelf. But there's like for example, when settlers came to America, they brought all these viruses with them that swept through
Oh yeah.
this area and killed so many trees and wildlife and animals and people. It was crazy.
That's true.
So like, and that's just from coming from a different part of the world where that hadn't been introduced before. So, you know, but before we get too far into talking about that virus, let's keep on the zombie virus because we want to stay light.
I agree.
How we
God
doing,
damn it,
Meg?
Trell.
Welcome.
Beat him.
So, I guess zombie games. You guys are playing a lot of Dead Rising right now.
I'm playing 3 zombie games right now.
Yes,
3?
You are.
I'm playing Dead Rising 2. I'm playing Resident Evil 3, and then I'm playing Sunset Overdrive, which is the
then
most
you're playing
lighthearted.
4.
Goofy.
You're playing.
I'm playing
4
4?
zombie games.
Are you counting Halo?
I am.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm gonna disagree with you. I mean, I haven't played it all yet. We'll see if my tone changes. I think it's a game that has zombies, but I don't think anyone would say, "Oh yeah, that's a zombie game."
I mean, Mission 5 is
One mission. That's one
No,
mission.
no,
That's 10.
You're not listening to me. You just like jumped right on me.
No. Okay.
Whoa, you just
Mission
don't just
5
jib
is
on
where
me,
there
dude.
Is
is
Halo a zombie game? I'm gonna disagree hard right here. It's not. It's not. No one thinks it is.
I think it is. Half the game has zombies in it.
Okay.
I mean, I thought it was actually a horror game because of all the zombies, to be honest.
I hate you. Well, I'm gonna agree to disagree with both of you, and I'm playing 3 zombie games and one game that happens to have a zombie type enemy in it.
Oh, man. So I'm playing 2 at the moment then, Dead Rising and Dead Island.
The Deads, as you
The
called them.
Deads. The Deads.
And I've finished all my zombie stuff till Halloween.
So sad.
Ooh, that's sad. You need more zombies in your life, man.
Well, I mean, like, you gave me Dead Rising, so I
And no Dead Rising 2 in your near future?
No, I got too much on the list right now.
You do. You can't. You
I
gotta make progress.
I can't let myself get distracted more than Halo.
God of War is gonna take you some time.
It is. I mean, I gave it a good 6 hours yesterday, so.
You did. But there's a. I mean, I don't. Are you gonna go for 100%? Because you're Wombat, and it's gonna take you some time to do that.
Wombat.
It's gonna be hard not to. I mean, that game's
Exactly.
good. Like, I've been thoroughly exploring areas.
Exactly,
getting
because there's
grumpy
some
when
good
I can't
optional
get at
content.
some
It's gonna
stuff.
take some effort for you to do that, but you're gonna enjoy it. So
I mean, I didn't 100% Horizon Zero Dawn yet. I got the DLC.
That's
to
fair
do
then.
still.
Wait, you did not
No,
100%
I beat the game, and then the new year happened, and I had the challenge, so I couldn't go back.
Oh,
couldn't
okay.
go back.
Couldn't go back. Good stuff.
Man,
I mean, like-
I got a lot of good games on the list coming up. Like GHIJ, like all those are gonna be amazing games. I'm so excited.
Nice. So, I would say that I've seen May asking already, like, best zombie game of all time. Man, I would say that Dead Rising is probably up there. I don't know about the
Okay,
it's pretty damn good.
most fun. I would agree with you. Just the most stupid fun game.
Most stupid fun game. You could almost compete for most stupid fun game of all time. That game is so
Agreed.
ridiculous.
My favorite zombie game in terms of the actual quality of the zombies and feeling like I'm playing like a true zombie game is Dying Light.
Mm.
Dying Light. Ooh, really? Okay.
It's so good.
Left 4 Dead's fun.
Left 4 Dead's a great game. I think it's a fun multiplayer game. It's one of my favorite games actually ever. But still, zombie games I gotta give it to Dying Light still.
What about Resident Evil?
That's a really good game. It's a really good survival horror game. Probably my favorite survival horror game. But at times, zombies, they're the focus for the most part. But at times, they introduce other enemies, other threats that aren't really zombies that really help push it up. But
Yeah.
you're right. That's a close one. I'll have to think on that more. It's very close between the two, depending on what kind of experience I'm looking for. A faster paced zombie game or a slower paced survival horror game? God damn it, Wombat. That's a good point. I got to think about that. One
So
of those two.
My favorite zombie game would probably be Halo, to be honest. I
I'm
don't
literally
know
gonna quit. I'm leaving the colors. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave.
I mean, Call of Duty has zombies in it.
Man, I haven't played a good Nazi zombies in a long time. But that used to be my jam, dude. I loved that. The Juggernog and everything else. That was fun. The endless
Juggernog.
waves.
What the hell's I've never played zombies, so
You never played Nazi zombies?
I've never played Nazi zombies.
Plants
So the
vs.
OG
Zombies is a
map-
great game too.
I do love that game.
I actually never played Plants vs Zombies,
Oh.
but
It's such a fun casual game.
It is.
the OG map in Nazi Zombies, it was just like you in a room with your buds, and you had like your guns, and you just shot and tried to get as far as you could. They kept improving it, and then they added like vending machines and things like that. So there was like items like you could drink this Juggernog, or I can't remember, quick reload, or I can't remember the name of all the things, but it was just like make you more powerful, more endurant, more speedy or whatever. So
Yeah.
Juggernog was the shit.
See, that's something else I feel like I missed out on. Like that and Halo, you know, like this is nothing to do. It is related to zombies. I don't care. Those are like two things that like I just never experienced and like are super iconic. So I feel like I missed out on those. Like
Oh,
in
that was good.
prime time.
It was good stuff, man. As far as like best zombie game though, I don't know what I would go
It's
for.
hard.
It also depends. Like it's like whatever you're in the mood for, I guess. Right now, Dead Rising is just hitting all the boxes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, because there's dumb fun, there's slower paced survival horror, then there's what I think is faster paced, like Dying Light. So it's like, what do you want?
Yeah, Dead Island is good. I definitely would say Dead Rising takes the cake over Dead Island.
I really
in my
like
opinion.
Dead Island. Dead Rising's more over the top. Dead Island tries to go more realistic and sober, with
Yeah.
some fun stuff in it.
And all the talk about being in the hotel.
Right.
But like the best zombie game of all time, I guess, if we were gonna have to do it, would have to be Majora's Mask. To be honest.
I know you're not serious, but you guys memeing around here with your fake zombie games.
There was zombies in it.
There was
zombies
Red
in it.
Dead scared the shit out of me as a kid to where I
Red
wouldn't want to
Dead's
leave the
are
Temple of
terrifying
Time.
and give
They
me-
are, but it's not a zombie game, even though it is classified as horror.
I know, which just surprised me when I saw that on Twitch. I was like, "This is a horror game," but to be honest, as a kid, it was pretty scary. A lot of things,
Yeah.
the visuals, like putting on the mask, you're sitting there, you're screaming, and you're like transforming. It was pretty scary for a kid.
Fine, we're talking about best zombie games. It's got to be Dr. Luigi.
Dr. Luigi.
Because Twitch says that's what Dead Rising is.
How about this? Would you consider Until Dawn to be a zombie game? Like Wendigos come
No,
back
they're
to
not
life
zombies.
after somebody dies. Like, isn't that a zombie?
Ooh.
No, Wendigos and zombies are different.
Why?
Because okay, Wendigos are specifically if you're a cannibal first,
they are
If
They
you're
have
bitten
nothing to-
first and then you die, right?
and they don't turn people into Wendigos either. You don't turn the zombie. A big point of zombies is the infection. Right? Whether
Wendigos
it's
bite you first, right?
Yeah, you don't turn into a Wendigo when you get bit, though, do you?
If you get bit and then you die, isn't that what happens?
I thought it was
there's
if you were
there's something
cannibal
else
first.
too. Oh yeah, you have
Hmm.
to eat somebody too, but like
Yeah.
Are Wendigos zombies?
Oh yeah,
They-
because his sister, right? Yeah.
There's the infection component of zombies is what's terrifying, right? Like a singular zombie is generally not scary, right? If all you have to do is kill them and they're done, fine. Just like a singular Wendigo is scary, but like zombies, whether it's through the spore or whatever viral
Well,
infection or
But
fucked
Left
up,
4 Dead had like different types of zombies, like witches were zombies, and they're very similar to a Wendigo.
that's fine. But the game called them zombies and they were infectious still.
Right.
My point is that the biggest thing about zombies is that there's a shit ton of them because of whatever their viral or spore like or whatever made up reason is their infection.
I think
Is-
the most terrifying thing about zombies is that one is something that is hard to deal with. So like having a swarm of them is crazy. You know. So
Wait, one zombie isn't hard to deal with.
It depends on which type of zombie you're talking about. We just went
In-
over all kinds of zombies.
In
Like
any type, even if you take my scariest type, which would be World War Z
the
or
rage
20
zombies.
The
In
which one?
28 Days Later, the one zombie took out like a whole group of people.
that's because they weren't prepared. If you knew there was gonna be one zombie, it'd be like, all right, we're fine. If you knew there was gonna be one Wendigo, I would still be like, fuck me. I don't care if I have guns. This sucks. If I knew one zombie was coming, I have a gun, I might die. I'm not gonna be like, oh, dude, I'm Frank the West. I know I'm not Frank the West, okay? But honestly, if one zombie was coming to my apartment, I have a gun. I'll be like, okay, I'm probably gonna be fine, even if they're super fast. Wendigos, I'm dead.
I don't know. Like, I think like one of the big things with zombie themes is that like they try and come across like even one can be terrifying.
Then why is every zombie movie a horde of them? Why is every game a horde of them and not one zombie?
They set it up at the beginning that it's like a few of them and
because
how
it
deadly
spreads
they
fast.
are.
That's my point. Because it spreads
then
fast.
the-
One Wendigo doesn't spread fast.
That's no. I'm done with the Wendigo thing. I said you have a good point there.
Okay, my bad.
But like with zombies, like they show the terror on the end. Like for example, Dawn of the Dead. Like they
Yep.
stop to refuel the helicopter at this gas station,
Yup.
and these children zombies come popping out and like get one of them, and then the other one gets away on the helicopter.
Yeah.
And then they show the swarm of them at like they always set it up how terrifying they are individually, and then that way a swarm seems overwhelming. That's like horror 101.
I see your point, and if it was like, yeah, one zombie is scary because of the implication that there's going to be more, in my opinion. And like, it's not that they're not scary, but if I knew it was one zombie and he can't make more, I probably would not care very much. Even if real life, if there's breaking news right now, zombies are here, but there's only one of them and there can't be more, I'd be like, okay, I don't think I would really care, to be completely honest.
See, but like after recent events and how quickly this spread, and like the dumb actions of people, like with the hoarding and all the greed that people have shown and stuff like that, I feel like all you need is one, and then it's going to be poorly handled, and it's just going to spread, right?
Yeah. People are
I mean,
being stupid. I'm not talking about the social aspects because that's a whole.
I know.
You're right.
I just wanted to put that in there real quick.
He
You
was
guys come up
talking
with some pretty
personally
good
instead
arguments.
of socially, yeah.
You guys come up with some good arguments actually, because like going back to the Wendigo thing for a minute, I was about to say agree with Wombat until you came up with some good points there about like it. I think zombies normally are classified as the horde probably rather than the singular.
If you can show me a zombie game or movie where there's not a horde of them and it's actually good, then I'll take back everything I just said and I'll eat my words. But otherwise, it's about the horde.
I would have to say it's about the horde. It's usually about society gone, post-apocalyptic world, survival of the fittest against like a dying humankind versus an upcoming rising of the zombie kind. It's not usually just the one. So I think that's probably why the Wendigo is its own thing. And then even looking on Wikipedia says that's the source of truth these days.
Always.
It doesn't mention anything about it being like a zombie. It's got a lot of zombie characteristics, but it always calls it a monster or a spirit creature or something with insatiable greed, which I'm surprised I'm not.
Are you a Wendigo?
I'm surprised it has my picture in here, actually. It's crazy. But yeah, I think you guys came up with some good points. I think Wendigos are their own thing, and I think that zombies are their thing because of.
They're not quite.
Agreed, 100% agreed. Like they could be cousins.
Yeah,
they're related in the MonsterVerse. I would definitely agree they are related in many aspects.
Calling a Wendigo a zombie would be like calling a vampire a zombie. They're types of undead, and there's bites that have to do with it, but it's not the same.
Yeah, they're their own thing.
Yeah,
I like keeping them classified as their own thing. I would agree with that.
Yeah, if you guys don't know me at all by now, I love to play devil's advocate.
Oh,
so.
I like that.
Wait, what?
I didn't hear you there, Wombat.
Oh, I said I love to play devil's advocate. Even
if
I don't agree with the comment, like.
as far as like I would still be probably concerned with every single zombie, just because I feel like you got to give it full attention, or they're gonna go.
I mean,
crazy and
Walking
spread.
Dead really exemplifies that. Like, that's the big thing. Like, the mortality of people and like how easy like somebody can die even from just one zombie from one mistake. Like, you trip and fall by accident, or like the zombie's arm breaks away when you grab it to stop it, and like it just bites you anyway. Like,
yes, it's
like
always
they don't care
always
about their
something like that.
self-preservation, like they're just mindlessly.
It's when you
going
let
after
your
you.
guard down, Kirby. You can't just say, "Oh, it's just one zombie." Every zombie needs to be handled with the extreme cares, Kirby. Come on, follow me.
Follow me.
Oh, hi Benji.
Oh man. Okay, how did we get? Oh, okay, we were talking about Until Dawn. We were talking about best zombie games. I was wondering how we got here. Okay.
So one thing that I wanted to point out is like zombie games do really well, but I feel like other horror has kind of borrowed from the zombie idea as well. And what I mean by that, because obviously that's the case, but like, for example, like things like Alien, where people have like aliens growing inside of them and then the alien pops out. Like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, where you're not sure who's real and who's like, you know, not.
Yeah.
Like those are similar to zombie, like the spread of it, the kind of the dormant, and then all of a sudden, bam! Like, I don't know, like somebody turning into a zombie. Like it's a very similar type of idea, like an incubation period or whatever, you know.
Right. Your friends turn into your enemies in some sense.
Yeah, that. Thank you. I was trying to figure out the wording.
I got you.
So, I thought that would be an interesting thing to point out too.
That can be one of the hardest things. Like, I don't know, it's not generally shown as much in the fast zombie movies or games, but in the slow zombie movies or games where like Trell was just seeing this in Dead Island, where some guy was like mourning his friend because he turned to a zombie and he had to put him down. A lot more in movies, but like that's one of the hardest social aspects is like your loved ones and your friends become zombies and you have to do it. You have to kill them, or you just die too, I guess. But
Yep. I always feel like, you know, when you're like watching those scenes in the zombie movies or whatever like that, and you're like, I wouldn't be like that. I would be more cutthroat and heartless and just, you know, it's all about survival. But yeah, I mean, it's easy to say, but when you're thrown in that position, I'm sure you would crumble, you know, and you'd be heartbroken and stuff. And that's how, like, sometimes you just wish you could make decisions for people in movies, but I don't know. Maybe I have to like ease up on movies because I'm quick to always like kind of like slam movies for things like that when I'm watching. I'm like, oh come on, just freaking do it, you know. I'm like
I agree,
heckling it and stuff, but the social aspect is always something that's got to be taken into consideration, and that's where I feel like the faster the zombies are, I feel like that's where you're gonna get taken advantage of on the social aspects, where the slower ones you have the time to do that. So I always tend to go for the faster ones are more dangerous. I mean, for obvious reasons anyways, right?
The fast boys that stay on top of you, you know, they're my favorite.
Yeah. Oh man.
Best part and worst part of quarantine for each of you.
I have an excuse not to hang out with people who always want to hang out with me, and now I don't have to do those things. That's the best part.
Okay. For me, the best part is that I'm stuck in the house with my wife. So like, I get to spend time with her. Like, there's no distractions from that. Like, I'd hate being alone in this quarantine. Like, I don't know. It's nice to have somebody else here.
Mm-hmm.
On that note, though, like, not trying to like say this will happen to you, Mom, but I hope this doesn't happen to you. But in society, do you think that divorce rates are going to go up after this?
Absolutely.
If the relationship wasn't already solid, yes.
Babies and divorce rates are going up.
Babies, dude, there's going to be like a whole new wave. Instead of boomers, it's just going to be Coronies. Okay, Coronies. I mean, I feel like that's going to do you imagine, though, like if you were pregnant at this time and you were like due around this time, I'd be freaking out if I was the father, and let alone the mother. You know, you got to go in hospital and give birth or something.
Yeah,
be rough times right now. Best and worst part for me, I would probably kind of be the same thing with Wombat. I enjoy being home with the family more and stuff like that. To be honest, not much has changed for me. Like I've always had the option to work from home, and then you know I tell Kayla like this every day. I feel like I'm super fortunate right now. Like I'm able to just continue working from home. I still have a job, and not much has changed other than I can't really go out as much.
Yeah.
But the worst part is probably just you know, friends and family who are are struggling or even possibly at risk, and it's just
Yeah.
the worry there for me.
Yeah, my anxiety level is definitely up. It's already bad this time of year, but like anxiety is definitely up. But like, but also like I can't. Just like on a selfish note, I can't eat the takeout that I want. Like, I can't have like we've been eating a lot of pasta and hot dogs and stuff like that. Just like like basic stuff. But it's sometimes those luxuries you miss them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got used to going to our favorite like they make the best chicken on us like down the street from us, and we just discovered it, and so like we've been eating there like every week, and like it's been like 3 weeks, so
It sucks. Oh, I mean, they a small business.
yeah. But they're still doing stuff, like they're doing curb pickup and stuff and being really safe, so we're thinking about doing it, but like
The innovation that a lot of these small businesses have to do to like change their business style just to
I actually have a
stay
small
alive.
business. I run a school. I help run a school that I started back a couple years ago, and I'm worried that we're not going to make it next year because of all this. So
It's pretty crazy. Like I feel like it's going to be a whole new world after all this. But let's talk about something more lighthearted, like killing zombies. So back to like I was just googling here, like best zombie games, and there's actually a lot of zombie games I have not played. Looking at this list,
Name some.
yeah, please.
Just so I can think.
one what was that one? Sunset Overdrive? Is that
That's what I'm playing it right this second, like right now.
Is it
I've never
good?
heard of it.
It doesn't take itself seriously, so it's along this line of stupid fun, like Dead Rising. It's not
Okay.
quite to that level, but I say it's a lot of fun. So the zombies are some energy drink company wanted to make the best energy drink, but they use some genetically modified shit, and then now everyone turned into overcharged energy drink zombies, and everyone's freaking out trying to get more energy drink. I'm not joking.
That
And-
that actually kind of might be on my radar now. That game sounds amazing.
It's cool, and there's a bunch of goofy ass weapons. Like the first weapon you get is a shotgun called the Flaming Compensator that looks like a dick, kind of. And it's a bunch of goofy ass weapons. It's made by the same people who made Ratchet and Clank, but it's a lot of fun.
Oh
and
my
there's a
God.
big emphasis on movement. So you're like, it's so different because you're like forced to like grind around and do all these parkour tricks to stay off the ground. Because if you go on the ground, you get swarmed. It's a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying it.
I see. I heard that it was a lot of like skateboarder kind of.
It is.
Okay.
It's a blast.
Damn, that sounds actually really fun. Might have to check that out.
I'd recommend it. It's on sale right now on Steam. If you care. It's also an old Xbox game, but right now I think it's like $10.
Dude, the sales right now are ridiculous because of everyone's at home.
I know. They're like, dude, we can capitalize on this.
It's ridiculous. I mean, like, I want to think that they're doing it just to help humans stay entertained while they're locked up and stuff like that. But they're just trying to capitalize on this.
Yep.
Oh, dude. I might have to check that out after this. I guess DayZ. I never really played. I played the DayZ mod. I guess for.
I really want.
Oh, that was a mod in general, right?
Yeah.
When it was first coming out, and
Yeah.
I didn't have a computer that could handle it, so I just watched a lot of it on YouTube, like a lot of it.
Guys, I don't think you understand. A lot
A lot.
of Daisy.
Like there's people that like role played in DayZ too, which was hilarious.
Oh.
There's a guy named Mr. Moon that's hilarious on YouTube.
I've seen a lot of the role playing in GTA Online. Actually, I can't believe that's a whole thing. It's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
me too.
I like that kind of voice acting and stuff like that. I might have to try out some role playing. I've never played anything like State of Decay, Project Zomboid.
State of Decay is alright. I've never played Project Zomboid.
Red Dead Redemption and Undead Nightmare. I need
Well, that's the
on my-
DLC, right?
Are you serious?
I think that's a whole separate game.
Oh, is it? Okay, I thought it was DLC for Red Dead 1. I didn't know that. Cool.
I might be wrong. I thought it was a whole new game, but that's on my backlog. I want to play it. The Resident Evils I stayed away from because Capcom, but also
Dude,
Capcom is coming back and they're fast. and
Resident Evil
furious.
2 is so good.
Is 3 good? And you've been playing it.
I played an hour and a half. It's the gameplay, like if you ignored the price, is great. It feels more like an expansion or like DLC to Resident Evil 2 where you play more outside. I don't want to say more than that. But so far, the gameplay is great. It's a lot of fun. I'm glad I got it on sale because it's not worth $60, just because of the length, not because of the actual gameplay, which is fantastic. But lengthwise, it should be like a $30 game.
You think they're gonna add to it?
They'll probably do DLC. They normally do a little bit, but they're going to charge money for it. My thing is, it needs to already have more for free before it's worth $60. It's a $30 game. If you find it for $30, it's a fantastic price. It's a great game.
Okay. What else? Zombie Army, Arizona Sunshine. What
Okay,
other
these last
games
two
are-
I haven't even heard of.
Yeah, this is just top on Google.
Sorry, my
There's
cat
the-
was being an asshole because I wouldn't let him out, so he was knocking down all my work papers.
Dude, cats are have ways of communicating. They're like, oh, you like this little picture framing here? Oops, it just fell. You better
That's so unfortunate.
better pay attention to me. Oh no. Yeah, there's a lot of these games I never even heard of. Zombie Defense. That just sounds like a generic defense.
That just
game.
sounds bad. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What about top zombie movies? I searched for this too. Zealand or Zombieland. World War Z, 28 Days, Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead, nice.
The Resident Evils. Are the Resident Evil movies anything like
No.
the games?
They're like the bad games. The Resident Evil games that aren't good. They're like those ones.
I mean, the
Are they
first
really?
couple were like classic, but they're not good. They're
What's
just
the
like
ch-
they're popcorn movies. You know what I mean? Like they're movies
What's the
that you
chick
just,
that's in these? What's her name?
Mia.
Mia
Jovovich.
Jovovich.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like Dawn of the Dead.
Has she been in anything else? That's all I
Yeah.
ever seen her in.
Yeah, she's been in other things.
What?
Like, wasn't she in Fifth Element?
Was she? All right, hold on. Let me just search her. Let me go to your IMDb page.
Lilu Dallas Multipass.
Fifth Element, The Fourth Kind. What else? What else? Hellboy,
Yeah. She's
Wow,
been in
really?
a lot of stuff, dude.
Zoolander 2. A lot of stuff that I have not seen. Oh, she was in the Three Musketeers? What? She's been in a lot of stuff that I haven't seen. I don't know if I've seen all the Resident Evil movies. I've probably skipped around and seen a couple of them.
I haven't really.
Um,
She was in Dazed and Confused, for example.
man, I would have to say if I was gonna give the title to something, I would say Dead Rising has to be the best zombie game I've played. Might have to be it. Yeah, the worst one. It's the worst one and the
Zombie's
best
my
one.
favorite game. Zombie's my favorite game. I call it.
No, not Zombie. Oh my god, that one was the. Although, would Zombie be the worst or would Evil Within be the worst?
Really, you think you finished Evil Within? You can't. So you didn't finish Zombie. I don't.
Evil Within was so bad.
It really.
Fifth
Okay,
Element is a
Evil
great
Within
movie.
was mediocre, and I think Zombie was just bad.
That's true. I guess Evil Within was a finished game. I should give it that. But
I agree. The end was not good.
It was horrible. The second one, I mean, that's me being a little harsh. Evil Within was actually probably like a 7 out of 10, to be honest. Evil Within 2 was probably like an 8.5 out of 10. They were alright.
Yeah, they improved on some things.
Zombie was like a
8.5
3.
is pretty good. Is 8.5 an all right score for you?
It's alright. Yeah, it was alright.
8.5 means all right. Okay.
It was. I guess if I'm ranking the first one is 7, maybe I should give it a 6. Actually, maybe the second one is 7.
7 is where a game starts being good, and then 6 is all right. 8.5 is like great. That's
See, I don't have my scale down like you do. This is why everyone asks for the gradations scale down like you do. It's crazy.
I think
Maybe
my
the first
favorite-
one's a 6 and the second one is 7.
I think my favorite zombie movie or zombie game is probably Dead Space.
Necromorphs zombies.
See, Terrell, you got to answer this one because I was wait. I'm glad you brought it up, Wombax. I was gonna bring it up. I was like, okay,
I think
Dead Rising, amazing.
they're a mutated zombie thing because they die and then come back to life as the necromorph. A necromorph's just another way of saying zombie. And the thing that's creating it is that cursor or whatever it's called.
The marker.
The marker. Yeah, there you go.
I
So
mean,
it's
you're right,
basically
but I just
viral.
don't feel like it.
Yeah, it's different. It's kind of like the flood, I'd say.
Is it because they're space aliens?
Maybe.
Like, I guess like to you, I agree with you. Like, I don't know if there's zombies.
I mean, like, I agree, you're right, but I don't feel like
I
it's
didn't
right.
think of them as zombies at the time, but thinking about it now, I'm like, yeah, they're zombies. Like,
See, that's the thing. Like, off the cuff, you should be able to be like if you're like showing flashcards or something, like that's a zombie, that's not a zombie. And like if someone showed me a necromorph, I'd be like, that's not a zombie. You know,
yeah, I agree.
and same with the flood. If someone showed me the flood, I'd be like, that's not a zombie. You know, But like if you're gonna try to get into the nitty gritty and actually define them, it's hard to be like, well, they're not a zombie because of X, Y, Z. It's like trying to put all these rules onto it's hard, you know.
so
Yeah.
the flood is a parasitic alien creature.
Hmm.
Similar to that of a common, the organism is focused on killing and absorbing every sentient creature it can find, similar to that of a common zombie. So it compares them to zombies. So I'd say,
Necromorphs are the main antagonists of Dead Space franchise. They are mutated, reanimated corpses.
yeah,
they're
that's
reshaped-
a zombie. Reanimated corpses are zombies. Like,
Yeah, reshaped into horrific new forms by a recombinant extraterrestrial infection.
necromorphs are extremely resilient and are not your typical zombie, quote unquote.
Yeah,
Even
spread the
when
infection.
decapitated, the necromorph will continue to attack and function.
You gotta cut the limbs, dude. I mean, yeah, they gotta be. They're a zombie. It just doesn't feel right. Maybe because like zombies usually like I guess like it's easy to be like, oh, you're a zombie when you're
Necromorphs are more resilient too. You know.
when it's like the post-apocalyptical Earth and undead on Earth. I think it's easy to be like, oh, zombies, you know. But when you're like, it's like saying, is Doom a zombie game?
No, those
No,
are
the demons, the straight up demons.
But there's zombies in it as well.
No,
No, they're just demons.
they're just
Yeah, like
I will say,
the
don't
zombie bros,
no,
right?
Those guys aren't zombies.
With the shotguns. I thought that
Yeah,
they were
no,
called
those
zombies.
those are soldiers.
Okay, no. To be clear, he's right. They are called zombies, but
Yes!
even if when you read the description, it classifies them as demons that humans called zombies because they looked like them and they were confused at first. That's the lore. I'm not joking.
Are you serious?
Zombie
They're
man,
called
also known
zombies
as
'cause they
former
thought they
human,
were.
former trooper, or sometimes former soldier, is a possessed and/or undead former soldier which has been turned into a zombie during the invasion from hell.
So is it a zombie game
okay.
then?
In Doom Eternal, then I still know they're not. Here's why.
One
It's
sec.
because they're not the focus. No one plays Doom to kill those guys only. Just like Halo has the Flood, it's not a zombie game. It just has zombies, in my opinion.
So you're saying that it has to be the central focus of the game or the main antagonist for it to be a zombie game?
Of course. I mean, that's like the genre of the game is defined by the focus of it, right? Like,
Is Evil Within then still a zombie game?
I'll be honest. I don't know. I watched you play the whole thing, and there's a lot going on there. It's a horror game. I don't remember much about that game besides the stupid guy with the safe on his head and the gauntlet at the end where you don't have enough ammo. It's a horror game. I haven't played it enough to say is it a zombie game. It's at least a horror game, survival horror. I don't think it's a zombie game, but
Yeah, it was probably more about like the weird dudes like photographer Paul and Singing Sally and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If we're going to the second one.
like let me ask you, like, if someone said, "Hey, recommend me a zombie game," would you ever think like, "Oh yeah, you should play Doom"? "Oh yeah, you should play Halo"? You would never tell them that.
To be honest, no. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
No, I
but
like that. I'm glad. To me, it has to be the focus.
I would agree. I wouldn't think of Doom as a zombie game, but maybe it can be. That's
No,
the thing.
It has zombies.
I feel like you have to go with your gut, and it's just like the whole flashcard thing. You'd be like, not a zombie game, you know. And
Of
then
course.
if you try to add rhyme or reason to it, you're just gonna get confused.
But I like to try and add reason to it. And to me, it's not the focus.
Right,
You can
because if
have
you're doing
zombies in
yes,
a game.
no, and I say yes, and you're like, I disagree. Like then
Well,
I have
I'm
to
right, and you're
explain
wrong, Wombat. So no.
It's like saying Halo's a racing game because you can drive in it.
Oh.
It's not the main focus.
Dude,
you can.
actually, I always thought it was a
The-
racing game. To be
uh,
honest.
I
so-
swear to God,
The flood are a huge focus in the game.
it's
I
not a
will
zombie
say.
game.
But we will continue that at another time when we have our Halo podcast coming to a theater near you.
How much of the Halo games do I have to play before we can do that?
Probably just the first one.
Okay, then I'll just beat that next week, and then it'll be fine.
I mean, you find out all you need to know about the flood in the first game.
But I just want to discuss Halo. I want to have a Halo podcast.
Well,
Ooh,
then you'll
are
have
we
to
gonna
play
have a Halo
all the
podcast?
Halos then.
Of course. Oh, well then I have to wait for the Master Chief Collection.
Yep.
So
We said that we were gonna do it next year.
okay, then that's fine. Well, eventually we will have a Halo podcast. 'Cause I have a lot to say on this game.
Has any of us played 5?
Nope. I don't have an Xbox
Same.
One. An Xbox.
No.
It's supposed to come to PC eventually. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh, that's right.
Once it
So I can play
does-
5 and then I can spoil it for both of you guys. Cool.
Yup. Hmm.
I will say that like this feels very similar in how we're trying to figure things out to like when we were trying to figure out horror versus like horror video game. Remember that?
Yeah.
And like some of them were definitely horror and some of them were like action
Yeah, of course.
with horror
I think it's fun.
elements. So like it's kind of hard sometimes to pick what's zombie and what's not, you know, which is weird to think about.
It is.
Well,
Like to me, it seems like Kirby's opinion is if the whole focus isn't on zombies, if zombies are a part of it, then it's not a zombie movie
Yeah, that's
or a
correct.
zombie game.
Yes,
see, I would tend.
I don't know if I agree with that as a rule.
that's fine.
Like
Mhm.
some like Doom, I agree with you, Kirby, but Halo, I
My
don't.
rule would be if it's more of the stereotypical zombie trope of post-apocalyptic, the horde survive, humankind is dying. That would be my definition of zombie
Okay.
theme, game, movie, whatever. Like, I wouldn't include Halo in it. I wouldn't include
Man,
Dead
that
Space
that,
in
that,
it.
z- that Dark Souls game is just the best zombie game then.
Because
Because every
that's-
Dark Souls is a
that's not the post-apocalyptic
It
world,
is.
though.
It is a
There's no-
post-apocalyptic
No,
world.
it's not
the
Earth.
Horde.
That's Lordran. That's not Earth.
Lord
does it have to be Earth?
It doesn't have to be Earth. You did
It
not
has to
say
be
that. You
Earth-like.
did
It has
not
to have
say no.
Society.
There was-
I just don't think there's a horde in.
So Dark
Dark
Souls, like there's fucking zombies everywhere, dude.
Those
Okay,
are those
there's
are
like
those are
30.
hollows. Those are hollows.
Yeah, the hollows are zombies. They're dead.
Let's think about that for a second.
Dark Souls isn't a zombie game. There's no horde.
You
Compared
don't
to the
need a
amount
horde
of
for
zombies, in my opinion, you do. That was my whole point.
There
The thing
are
that's scary about
hundreds.
zombies is the
There are
horde.
hundreds of them in there.
There are like thousands or tens of thousands in every real zombie game. Imagine Left 4
Because
Dead.
they keep
you encounter
respawning.
100 zombies in the
Resident
first room.
Evil doesn't have hordes.
Yes, it does. Have you played Resident Evil 2 or 3? It absolutely does.
I've played 2, 3, and 4.
I don't know about the originals. The remakes have hordes. And the fourth one has hordes.
Does it?
It has
I
like
just-
a town.
Then I don't want to say more if anyone wants to play it, but the point is, it has hordes.
See, I wouldn't say that Dark Souls is a zombie game.
Because
either.
no one would. And I know Wombat doesn't think so either. He's just playing devil's advocate, but
I mean, he
Right.
said post-apocalyptic world. The world has ended and everybody's is rising from their graves. Like
Yeah, but there's like minotaurs and
Minotaurs.
big skelly.
here's the
What
thing.
Skelly
Minotaurs are
boys.
there?
Being unhollow is not an infection. You don't die to a hollow, then become a hollow, or you just die by anything. It's not infectious. You have to be infectious, or it doesn't count.
I thought hollowing was infectious because when you did axe, it
But when
caused
you when you just die in
Red
that game,
eye.
you're just a hollow. Like the hollow themselves are not infectious. There's no disease. There's no anything.
So wait, so you're saying that Walking Dead is Dark Souls?
Yes, Walking Dead is Dark Souls.
just before it went all medieval.
Yup.
See, you're
Yep.
putting a lot of conditions on something being a zombie, like it being infectious or something.
You're
like
absolutely right, because that's what I do. Is I put a lot of conditions on
But I-
things.
I
'Cause I
don't-
like that structure and I like that logic.
That. I don't know.
Yeah, he's a scientist. He has to have structure.
I'm not gonna just let things be all laissez-faire, like oh, whatever you want to do, it's it. You
If
know.
I had a table right now, I'd make a poster, tape on Dark Souls is a zombie game, prove me wrong on it, and then sit out there. But I can't because
Ooh.
it's in quarantine.
No one thinks it's a zombie game. You actually think Dark Souls is a zombie game?
I do.
No way, you're playing devil's advocate.
I swear to God, if you honestly do, I might have to leave the call and come back. I'm not joking. I'm gonna get really frustrated if you honestly think it's a zombie game. That doesn't even make sense.
I honestly don't think it's a zombie game. All right, let's hear your let me actually pay attention real quick. Let me hear your facts, Wombat.
Well, you know what? Let me prepare something, and then I'll prepare one, and we'll have a whole podcast about it. We can have
okay.
and we can have somebody be the Charlie. You can be the moderator. Kirby can be one side, and I'll be the other, and we'll do that.
Okay. I'm good with that. Because that actually is super interests me, and because we've always actually talked about that as actually a potential topic is like someone moderates as while the other two go at it.
No, because I'm gonna get mad.
You're
I'm gonna get
That's
frustrated.
okay though.
You're gonna
It's
get
not.
mad.
It's not. Because
so
if
Kirby.
you honestly think Dark Souls is a zombie game, there's no. I feel like I can't even discuss that with you. It's so obviously not.
This is how we can do it. You both will go and present you will write your thesis, and then you'll just mute everyone will be muted. You'll present your thesis, and then I can judge. How about that?
And Kirby, like, you know, having free and open debate for the exchange of ideas, you don't have to agree with me. Like, I don't have to agree with you.
I can't. I know,
It's
but I
okay.
can't comprehend how you could possibly believe, like, truly that Dark Souls is a zombie game.
He disagrees with you to like the very atoms of what your argument is.
Like, I'm serious.
I get it.
It's obviously
man.
not a zombie game.
So good.
I'm willing to bet if you made a poll and posted it in any of your discords that you go to, the vast majority, you might be the only vote for it being a zombie game.
Is there a Reddit post on this? I feel like there needs to be a
There
Reddit post
is a
on
Reddit
this.
post on it.
No way.
Yeah, in my opinion, Dark Souls is a medieval zombie game.
Hold on, did you make this post?
I didn't. It was 5 years ago.
That's okay, you're not less than 5 years old. Did you make this post?
No, I didn't.
Jesus Christ.
Wow, Kirby hates me.
Kirby getting triggered,
I'm
man.
pretty frustrated.
Oh my god. Dude, he has an alt account. He has an alt account, so you're not gonna know it was him.
I only have. I don't think I've been with Reddit for 5 years, but I might have.
Here's my biggest thing. My biggest argument is the vast majority of enemies in Dark Souls are not zombies. So how are you going to call it a zombie game? You can't
That's true.
throw in one zombie. It's a zombie game. It's a zombie game now. There's a singular
Yeah.
zombie, and I know it's not
That's
that bad.
a good point. We'll have to talk about it.
No, we're doing it now. We're talking about zombies now. You don't need, if you are so sure, you don't need time to prepare. Let's just do it.
I'm letting you guys work this out.
So
Go.
Kirby, the reason why is because I need time to prepare my lore facts. I have to.
It
go
doesn't. No, you don't. Just no. There's zombie. There doesn't matter what the lore
I
is,
don't
right?
have to consult what the game's backstory is in order to prove my point.
No, because here's all that matters. What's a zombie, first of all? Something that is infectious.
I
That's
have
super
to.
important.
I have to figure out what my opinion is on zombies because you've got some strong opinions, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure what constitutes exactly being a zombie or not. Like you've got a list. Of
Okay,
things.
let's just say I give it to you. Let's just say lore-wise, they're zombies. 100% they're zombies. They're straight up zombies. I'll give that to you.
Okay.
But still, the majority of enemies are not zombies. It's not a zombie game.
That's true. There are a whole variety of so like Zelda, for example, it has zombies in it, but we've agreed
Is it a
it's
zombie
not-
game?
Is not a zombie game
Majora's
Why?
Mask is my favorite zombie game.
Why
What are you
is
guys talking about?
well, how come Zelda isn't a zombie game, but Dark Souls is?
because if people who are hollow are zombies, then
Yep.
that's like the main theme, and the substantial amount of enemies are hollow.
No, they're
or
not.
caused by being hollow.
No.
All the little enemies, like even some of the bosses are hollow.
Who?
Like I have to go and give. That's
See,
why I have
don't
to
get
give you
the fuck
research.
out of here. I don't have time.
Like okay, Gundar's hollow.
One.
Every
That's what I
single mate Lord Soul is hollow.
Aldrich isn't hollow, is he? He's a god.
No, he isn't. He's a devourer of gods.
Is Gwyn
I thought
hollow?
he was-
gods.
Is
He was a
I-
man who ate too many people. He ate people, and then turned
Okay.
into that.
Again, the majority of the game isn't them. Fine, there's 4 Lold Souls out of like 30 or so bosses.
Is Gwyn hollow?
I actually think he is. Is he not?
I don't
No,
think
he's
he
not.
is. He's a
he?
god.
I have no idea. Even if he does, it doesn't matter. The majority of enemies aren't zombies, and even if they're zombies, for debate.
That's listen. Like, let's just agree to disagree. Like,
That's fine, but I'm not
with
having
that.
this conversation again because I'm not getting this worked up again.
Okay, that's fine.
We can either have it now if you want, or if you just want to agree, disagree. I'm okay with that too.
I don't feel like going and digging through Google right now, so no, we're fine.
See, my 2 cents would be kind of like, you know, just how to me, how Dead Space doesn't feel like a zombie game. Like, sure, maybe if you want to get in the nitty, unhollow or hollow, I mean, is maybe that constitutes as like a zombie, unless you start declassifying like, oh, a zombie fits this rather than this definition. You know, if you want to get in the real nitty gritty, I don't feel like Dark Souls is a zombie game. I know like the whole hollowing thing, but I feel like that's just like a spin off of like, you know, they copied the like zombies maybe and redefined it as something else rather than like, you know, the undead walking the earth again type thing. You know, it's more or less like you just being in limbo. It's like a hell type thing. You're just like never dying or something. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that to me at least, that's what it seems like. But we'll go ahead and put a fork in that though, because it's done.
Oh, fork! You better be careful it doesn't kill you from hitting the sides, Trell.
Is Hollow Knight a zombie game?
Nope. You guys are too. I don't know. At least you want that. You're far too free for my taste on what can and cannot be a zombie game. There's not enough structure there.
Yeah, I'm a pretty unstructured person, Kirby.
To me, like I've already told you guys. To me, it has to fit that stereotypical like zombie trope for me to think of it as a zombie game. Now, I'm open to like saying things like, you know, Dead Space, and you know, what was the other one that we used? That was I mean, even Dark Souls. I guess I'm open to saying like, yeah, there's zombies.
You're open to Dark Souls being a zombie game.
Hold on.
Okay.
I'm open for it saying that there's zombie things in it, but
Yeah,
to
100%
me,
agree.
yeah, like there's tons of zombie things in it, but I will never probably call it a zombie game. You know,
Perfect.
It's something
I'll give
else.
You, if someone wanted to convince me Dead Rising or fuck it, even Halo is a zombie game, I would be more open to it.
Halo, that was.
I haven't played enough Halo, so I don't know enough about that. I haven't gotten to the actual missions there, but yeah,
That's
you
the
can
thing.
have zombie aspects. I agree.
You can have
lots of zombie aspects.
You can have like entire zombie levels in a game, but I still don't think you would say it's like, you know, like Halo is a great example, but I still don't think it's a zombie game in my opinion. You know,
Yep, I wholeheartedly agree with that.
it's just like, you know, like think of it like this way: it's like an action adventure. It is Halo, right? Action adventure game.
I thought it was a first-person shooter.
FPS action adventure. What?
Okay.
You know, yes. If you're going into the style of play FPS, but like if you're
Okay, I
moving
gotcha. Just pure
action
genre or
adventure,
whatever.
yeah, it's action. D&D. If you had a quest, or I don't know what you guys call it,
What do you call these
campaign.
things?
campaign thing. I'm not a D&D person. Stop. But if you had a campaign that was zombie-esque, is the whole game now zombie game? You know,
That campaign might be.
That campaign is, yeah. I mean, you can't really classify D&D as anything besides an
Right.
RPG. I feel
D&D
like,
is a topic, not a necessarily a game, because it
yeah,
like you make your own stories in it.
I
but
agree.
it would be like it'd be the same thing though. Is like you have a game, and then you have a level. You have the game, then you have a campaign. It was just that little
No,
thing.
the
was,
campaigns aren't levels. It's a little different.
It depends.
I see
Yeah.
what you're saying, but you'd have to play it to really understand like exactly why we disagree.
I think the best analogy might be you can think of D&D as a whole as video games, like as a whole, as all of the games,
Right.
and then there's like Resident Evil is a zombie video game. Then maybe you have a zombie campaign, and those are analogous. But like D&D is just too big. It's like as a
Right.
whole, it's its own topic.
It's its own genre.
concept.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Gotcha.
Like, for example, if I have a campaign, we could go to this area, and then this area, and then this area, and this area, and those are all different levels
Okay.
within
Yeah, in the campaign, right.
I gotcha. So let's take this in a different direction. What weapon do you think
Nice.
is the best zombie weapon?
Wait, in a game or like if I had to do it in real life?
Real life.
Anything, I don't care. Let's just get into like how
Okay,
fun
mini
fucking weapons are.
chainsaws for in a game, and then let me think about real life for a second.
Dude, why are chainsaws such a huge thing in any zombie thing? It's just like
Because they're powerful, right? They make a lot of noise. They do a lot of damage. They're very visceral. You spin and like throw blood everywhere. You know, it just feels
right.
good.
It's just like it's just the grit of
And
it,
the sound of it, right?
tearing into
You hear the
things.
sound. Same thing with shotguns, right? Like the pump action noise of chambering around a shell is just so good. Even though in real life I don't think they'd be that good of a weapon, but
Right. I mean, like, I guess you're like, zombies, getting around you, close quarters. Maybe that's why chainsaw and shotgun are such a huge thing, a huge trope of zombie things. But, yeah, because you never really like. I love that Dead Rising sometimes like, the weapons break. I hate it, but I also kind of like it because it forces you to just be a survivalist, which is also 1-on-1 with any zombie thing. And it's just like you're like, what the fuck? Let me grab this cone real quick here and put it on your head, and you just do some crazy crap, and it just adds to the wildness of that
it's
game.
the best.
It is so good because sometimes you're just thinking on your toes. You're like, oh man, okay, here I'm gonna stuff this little hunk of meat in your mouth. There, have fun with that, buddy. Like, just so good, dude. I would probably say that I would go with chainsaw as well.
In real life, is that your answer, or I'm just curious? If zombies are coming to your house, there's going to be like 100 of them. Let's say, what do you want to get? You can just
I don't know
have one.
because you gotta have gasoline for that thing too. So
It's only 100. You probably have enough for like any one weapon. 100 zombies are coming through your door.
oh,
Your
okay.
family's there too, though, so don't pick like, oh, I take a bomb because you'll hurt your family. That still counts. You got to think about that.
To be honest, I would probably go with something more standard like M16 or something like that.
Right.
Because like if you actually think about it, if you were actually sitting there waving around a chainsaw, one you're gonna be hurting yourself. You're probably gonna pull
stuck,
something.
right?
I feel like it would get like stuck in them, and you're like, oh shit, it's not coming out of them. Like what is it? The glory behind it. You're like, yes, I would love to be doing that, and it'd be like spraying blood over you and everything like that. But you would probably change into a zombie yourself from all that
Yeah,
blood.
I mean, yeah, agreed.
And it's like, no, the reality of it is you would want to keep your distance and get something like a bit further, like, an assault rifle, M16 or something like that.
Yep.
Standard issue in the military, you could probably find them anywhere, I'm
Now,
sure.
Does your answer change if you knew that this was going to go on for like months? It's not like, oh, there's just 100 zombies. Now you have to keep finding ammunition, right? It's not just, oh, let's do this
Well, yeah,
once.
sure. Yeah, I mean, then you would have to also probably be like, is that the only weapon that they're ever?
Yeah, that's true. You're not going to only have one weapon then. Okay.
Yeah. Then
We'll
at that
come back
point, you just have to be on your toes, just like Dead Rising. You'd be like, oh look, there's a big branch. I'm gonna use it as a club,
Yep.
A trash can. I'm gonna go throw this big trash can on this zombie and then push him down a hill.
Trash can. Wombat, what would you choose for the scenario of 100 zombies are coming to your front door?
Reinforced boarding for the door.
You don't want a weapon? You're just gonna wait?
Let it be outside. You don't have to come in.
So,
no.
that's actually, I
Go ahead.
do love that. I do love that because
Yeah.
would you guys not kill zombies because you think that they can be cured?
No.
Oh no, I'm killing them. I'm killing them.
What'd you say, Wombat?
Zombies are not like they're
not coming back?
They're not coming back.
If they were slow zombies, I'd have to have this already prepped. If I had a home with a bomb shelter and they were slow zombies and there was a zombie that I cared about, like a person that I cared about would turn into a zombie,
That
I
would
would
be
throw them down
difficult.
there and they could just sit down there. But every other zombie that I don't know, I'm killing them. I'm not waiting out for hope. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you might get cured. No, I'm gonna shoot you or
You're not
whatever.
gonna be part of Cure in Dead
No.
Rising 2? Come
No.
on.
Nope.
There is a campaign that I'm currently in, and one situation was there was a priest whose son got infected and was completely a zombie. He was like undead, and he had him chained up in the basement. So like we went to visit this church, and like we hear wailing and screaming coming from the basement, and he's like, "Oh, that's my son. He's very sick." And I'm like, "I'm a healer. Let me go see if I can heal him." And he's like, "I can't heal him. I doubt you could." I'm like, "Well, just let me check him out." And like we go down there, and I'm like, "He's a fucking zombie," and I kill him. like it's hard for people that you love like to kill them. You know what I mean? Like because like there's something to that, you know. But like,
yeah, of course.
regular everyday zombies, like they're not coming back. Like I gotta protect
I'm
myself.
gonna get them.
See, first off, I just gotta ask: is that like is your campaign like in a medieval time?
Yeah,
it is. Okay. Not every campaign has to be in a medieval time, though, right? In D&D.
Give me whatever you want.
D&D has roll or D20 modern, which is like in present day.
Oh, interesting. Okay. It just it always just gets me. It's like if people are like, "Oh, it's your imagination, whatever you want," but there's rules, you know. I'm like, wait, I don't.
Yeah,
understand.
they have different game types for different like things you want to play.
I mean, there's rules in like you can't just say like, "Oh, I have a dagger, I stab him and he dies." Is that how you want to play? Like you are with the boss, he's just dead.
Well, I mean, I guess with the moderator or the campaign leader or whatever you guys call it,
the dungeon master.
the dungeon master. So he creates the rules. Like he's gonna be like, no, you can't do that. But then it's like you're really just playing his imagination then, or
yeah, you play somebody else's story. Like for example, I have a story prepared for you guys if you ever play, and you guys interact with that story and could. You know what? Fuck the story. We're gonna go do our own thing, and I have to frantically make up stuff as you go.
Which is
along,
fun.
Which is
super fun.
What rules do you have? Like,
so
you got...
D&D has rules set up so that like I don't have to create that stuff. Like I can.
So it's like a game engine. There's always a framework.
Yeah, there's certain weapons do certain amounts of damage. You can travel this fast. Certain roles have certain difficulties for the most part. You know, like if you say like something really hard, like let's say someone's staring right at you with their glasses, like I'm gonna steal their glasses without knowing. So you do like a sleight of hand check. It's like that's pretty hard. So like, if you roll like a 3, it's not like you can just do it. They're like, oh, you have to roll so high, and even then you need a good excuse of how that works.
Or like how when you attack something, how hard you hit them. Like
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So really though, if you're just like you could be like the Dark Souls of DMs, and you could just be like, no, you die too, you die.
You could. Is that fun for you as a DM? You want to kill your party instantly, then your story's shot. Is that what you want to do? Yeah, sure. You can do it.
You gotta go all the way back.
That's why rules are in place too, so that the DM can't just say something happens. Either.
I mean, if you roll behind a screen, you can be like, oh, he crit you again, bro. Oh my god, he just dealt 36 damage when you're level 1.
And that's a DM that nobody's gonna come back and play with, right?
100, yeah, exactly. Like, why would you want to do that?
Have either of you cheated as DM?
I actually cheat to keep them alive if the party is gonna end early.
I've like weakened enemies because I've realized that they were too hard.
Yeah, sometimes you miscalculate what the team can handle. I've never cheated against them.
Or sometimes I've had encounters where I thought it was gonna be a challenging encounter that was gonna be fun. And like they weren't having fun with it because it was like super easy. So like I've added stuff to it or made it have an ability that like would be for like the next challenge rating up, so that they'd have a little bit more fun and have a little bit more challenge with it. You know, things like that. But like typically speaking, you go rule of cool. Like if somebody says I want to do this, and that's like really cool, like you try and work with them to make it work somehow. Like you know what I mean.
Gotcha.
You want them to have fun more than anything.
I mean, yeah, it's the whole point. Yeah. So you guys are the game creators. You don't want to make a shit game like Evil Within and just wave after wave, and you don't have no ammo, and it's super not fun. You actually want to have a fun time.
If you want to have it where it's the dungeon master versus the players, you want to do a high level campaign where like they have all these abilities and they can easily rip through anything. So the DM has to actively try and kill them for it to be a challenge.
Ooh,
and that's sometimes fun, but like I don't do that very often.
I've never tried it, to be honest, but
okay.
I love how we've divulged.
It started with zombies.
Oh man. So favorite zombie movie? I don't know. Well, I've already said Dead Rising probably is currently my opinion changes all the time, but
Dead Rising isn't a movie. So
it is actually. But
What?
Dead Rising is my favorite zombie game.
There you go.
My favorite zombie movie.
28 Days Later for me, I think.
I agree.
20 Days Later is pretty good. I might have to go with Dawn of the Dead, to be honest.
That's the
Classic.
one where they're in the mall, right? Or is that? Or am I thinking-
Not the original, but the one with the
The
dude
two-
from Modern Family.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. That's like my favorite fun zombie movie.
It's such a terrible movie, but it's so good, too.
Yup. Well, sometimes you want that. Sometimes you just want that in your
Yeah,
life.
you're like, it's kind of like what I want as a zombie movie. You're like, yeah, give it to me.
Yup.
But no, you posted that in Discord the other day, Kirby. I need to go see if I can find that Dead Rising movie. I didn't know they made that.
Let's see.
You throwing it in Twitch right now?
I'm gonna see where you can find it. You can watch it.
Please be on Prime.
It's on Prime.
Fuck yes.
It's on Prime. That's what I was looking for. It's right there, included with Prime. Oh no, it started the movie right now. Oh, there's Drake West. I gotta close it. I gotta close
Oh! We're gonna watch that today, baby.
it.
Yes.
I might watch it too.
Oh my god. I feel like I need a watch party or something for that. God damn. But I'm
Oh.
quarantined. Oh!
Yup.
So bad.
I
Oh
mean,
man.
there is streaming watch parties and Zoom.
Yeah, that'd
and
be kind of
stuff.
good. How did you? Can you like? I feel like you get like flagged for copyright though, right?
Well, you wouldn't do it on Twitch.
You don't,
you
don't
would
do
have
it
to
on
do it.
Twitch. Like,
Yeah, you would have to just
Oh.
like get in a voice call or something.
Escape that
Got you.
shit.
Got you.
So it wouldn't be like with all the viewers, only with the coolest viewers.
Only the elite of that diamond tier sub status.
Yeah,
Guess I'm out.
exactly.
Yeah, bud. I love you too. He's trying to beg
Aw.
food out of me. That's all he's trying to do. Don't buy into that one, bad. Don't buy
He's
into
just
that.
trying to.
He wants his
Give him some
cereal.
bacon, man. He deserves that.
Is there zombie Pokemon? Pokemon's a zombie game.
There's
any-
ghost
Yeah,
Pokemon.
Are there any zombies? That's a good question.
I don't think there are any.
I don't think there
zombies,
is.
no.
I don't think there is.
I don't think so either. They probably thought it was too mature.
Yeah, probably.
All right, man. I actually do want to keep talking about this because I feel like you could talk about zombies all day, but I gotta go get him some cereal and stuff.
All good. That was fun.
That was fun.
topic.
Actually, like, just well, hold on. I didn't hear what your guys' favorite was.
Oh, Paris,
Yeah, that's
Parasector zombies. Apparently.
What was
Paris
that?
and Parasect are zombies?
Yeah.
They are zombified insects. You know, I think they're supposed to be like cordyceps, which is the same in a way, which is the same thing.
It's
in
kind of like
Last
Last
of
of Us, yeah.
Exactly. Okay, sure. I'll take it.
Oh, but are they dead though?
They are. I
Yes.
think.
hmm
They're the fungus is what's living, not the actual
it's
bug.
the fungus, just like the ants that take over the fungus that takes over the ants and controls them. Have you heard about that before? It's really cool.
No,
It's
that's
the absolute
whoa,
coolest
that's
fungus.
weird.
That's called cordyceps.
Yeah,
It's the coolest fungus, and there's some really. Hold on, I'm gonna
it's
just
the
one
most
picture in
terrifying
chat.
fungus.
It's so fucking cool. It's the most interesting fungus ever.
Wait, so a fungus takes over an ant?
It takes over insects. There's some for different species. There's some for ants, spiders, and let me find.
This? I thought that it was
So
just like a little bug
fucking
creature.
Cool.
What type is Paris though? I thought Paris was still bug.
So like what?
It is.
So like watch this. Like oh wait, did you? I don't know. There's a quick picture. So the fungus kills them, takes over their brain, makes them climb somewhere high, then releases spores to get the other insects.
Yeah.
And if ants find out they're
What?
infected, they carry them outside the colony and kick them out. It's so cool.
That's like oh my god. So zombies could happen IRL.
Like oh my, it is so badass.
Can you imagine if you found like a human that was infected and taken over by a fungus?
Check out the
Oh my
picture
God.
I put on. Like it's got fungus sprouting out of its head. It's crazy.
Dude, that is wickedly crazy.
Yeah.
And that's what The Last of Us is based on, which is sweet.
The world
Oh
is
man,
a
I need to play
scary,
like.
scary place.
It really is though.
Well,
Man,
I think my weapon would probably be like a katana or machete or something like that.
nice.
Something
nice.
with a little bit of a range to it, but like is silent because I don't want
For-
to attract other zombies.
Oh, that's a really good count actually, because my M16 would be pretty loud.
I agree,
Yours
but
would go
do you think
blunt,
you can
though.
cut through zombies? Do you think you could literally cleave through a person? 'Cause I don't think you could. I think you'd hack through them in like 5 swings.
With
But
a
I don't think you're
machete,
gonna cleave through them.
I mean, like with the machete, like if you hit hard enough, you could probably break the head.
That's true, but do you think you could kill 100 people like
You
shambling
tire
at you?
yourself out. That's why I was thinking of katana, because like it's less
Yeah,
power,
it's lighter.
and it's lighter, and like
Do
you
more
can
stabby.
cut more.
Kind
Yeah, you can stab through. Yeah.
Because that's what they do in The Walking Dead, actually,
Yeah,
which is actually pretty
said
cool. They
Dead
do a
Space
lot
and
of the
zombies. Yeah.
in The Walking Dead. They kind of do a lot of just like a knife kill right to the head, and that wouldn't be too much effort, you know.
Yeah, but that's
if they're
such
slow
short range.
zombies.
That's such short range.
That's
so
true.
that's why I
That's
was
true.
thinking something longer.
No, I think
something
katana would
with
be.
the less amount of energy. Like I don't want to do a too long. So like I was thinking like a pointed staff or something like that. Like but like
Okay.
I feel like
The
I'd have
problem
problems with
that-
that. I was trying to think, right? Like,
it's like it's too long. Like that could get tangled up in like other zombies, and like you'd be inactive. But like it's easily replaceable. You just get another stick, right? So
yeah, exactly.
But
bows
Kirby's gonna say something
bows
stupid like a zombie
are
killing
a good
Ray or
one.
something.
Yeah, compound
my-
bows,
my
but you'll get
science
tired
zombie
quick.
potion.
That's why like you need like crossbows or something like that.
Crossbow. See, crossbows is good too, though, because yeah,
It
that would be
takes too long to
silent.
reload.
I mean,
Is it a
depending on
horde?
how slow they are, they're slow, and you just keep outrunning them, reload, shoot, run
You're
away
gonna have
again.
100 bolts on you.
You can go recollect them. You can go collect them.
So you're gonna walk into the horde and take it off of them.
You can draw them out. They come away, and then you run around them, the body, collect it. And you can use fountain strats here.
Strat,
There's no
okay.
limitation. There's no time limit on this.
Fountain
Kirby.
strats. Kirby, I think Trell's gonna survive all of us because he's got all those cheap strats.
He does. He's been practicing for just.
I'm
slow-
just getting ready for the zombie apocalypse, guys.
Yup. So true. No, if
Yeah.
it's just 100, I would choose a shotgun. If it's more than 100, I'd have to rethink it.
Well, see,
But-
if it was just 100 and I had a shotgun, I would take care of the 100 pretty quickly, but there would be more that would have heard it and be coming. So,
well, no,
like, it would
that's right.
triple it.
That's why in my scenario, I said there's just 100. That's all coming to your house. That's what I meant.
Got it.
But if it's more than that, yeah, I'd have to rethink.
Dude, huge plays. You guys laugh at my cheese fountain strats.
But you've actually been doing this just
High IQ. I was like 500 IQ.
where you run around a fountain forever, and the zombies are just there.
Oh my god. It's tough.
So yeah. Somebody, some zombies are coming, and we're like, where'd Trell go? We lost Trell. He's in the locker somewhere. We know it.
Oh my god, he's in the locker.
Oh my god.
He's in the vents.
It's in the vents. Oh my god. I want my zombies dumb though.
Yeah.
Please,
definitely.
no intelligent fast
would you
zombies.
rather
Just
have-
dumb
Well,
slow
Last
zombies.
question: would you rather have dumb and smart, or yeah, wait, sorry, that doesn't make any sense. Dumb and fast, or smart and slow? So like, let's say that the fast ones, if
Dumb
they
and
see you, they run at
fast.
you real quick and they can parkour, but they can't open a door, for example. But the slow ones, they might try and just push the door open. Yeah, I agree. The smart ones are gonna eventually get you, and it's gonna be annoying.
Dude, I don't know.
The other
That's
one's just gonna
hard.
hide. Just don't let them see you.
Yeah,
and
but
you're
that's like
full-
kind of like I Am Legend type shit right there, though.
But what if they
There's
go
that
in
one
your
smart-
house?
What are
and
you
they
doing
camp
here,
out?
Frank? Why are you not in the store, Frank?
I forgot about that. That's good. But like you're talking about like the slow, smart ones. You're talking about like think about Zealand when you're gonna take a pooper and they hang out at the toilets.
That's
they got
what I'm talking
smart.
about. I can't deal with that.
I don't.
They're
Yeah.
gonna camp outside your house. They're gonna use camping strats.
Oh man, maybe the fast, dumb ones though. That'd be the way. Isn't that kind of like World War Z though? Like
Yeah, so they were kind of smart. Like they use brute force intelligence, right? Where they just like literally slam themselves against things.
well, that's true. They
Yeah.
were kind of
Well,
smart.
let's say they're dumb. So like if you lose them for an extended period of time, like if you can hide for a little bit, they just leave. They're like, okay, I'm gonna go find other food. Like let's say you hide in a locker. They're like, okay, I'm just gonna leave then.
Okay.
I've so I don't know if I've told you guys this, but I used to do 5Ks, and I did a zombie survival 5K.
Oh, really?
I
Nice.
want to do one of those so bad, dude.
Yeah, I did it back like it's been like 7 years now, 7 or 8 years now.
How
I think
was
it's been
it?
8 years, dude. Like, I don't care how much you train. Like, you can't train for this. Like,
Oh yeah, I don't think I can outrun fast zombies.
so like there's a lot of stumblers and stuff like that, but like there were like a few hidden zombies that chase you in it. Like there's people who are assigned to be chasers, and like I had all this endurance, but like then a chaser chased me and I lost all my endurance because like
Because you were scared, like the adrenaline happened, or like
no, like I ran to outrun them and I got away.
Oh,
but
I see what
was
you're saying.
done. I was done. Like I had the rest of the 5K to do, and like I was dead.
Yeah, it threw you off your pace because
Yeah.
you just burned a bunch of energy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually have. I strapped a chest cam, so if you guys want to see it, I actually
Please.
have it on YouTube.
I do want to see it. It's on
Hell
YouTube?
yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's on YouTube on my.
Oh, dude, that'd be
my
fun to
personal
see.
Channel. I'll actually bring that up, but it was a lot of fun. Like you had 3 flags, and if you lost all 3 flags, you're dead. So you have one.
Oh,
on
like
your
the
back.
zombies trying to take the flags from you, right?
They're like your precious organs, and if you're maimed too much, you're dead. And you can
Okay.
still complete the race, but you'll be considered a zombie.
But you're a loser.
Right.
Thank you, coronavirus. I can't do this now for like a year or so.
I mean, there haven't been a lot of them recently.
That would be
kinda
fun.
phased back out again.
I would even want to try to like just sign up to be a zombie for like.
Just-
It'd be fun. It'd be fun to try to like just rip people
Yeah,
like
my friend was
flags
a
off.
zombie who ran it. So one of us was a zombie and one of us was a human, because he couldn't get in for the whatchamacallit. He couldn't get into the race because there was only a limited number of spots.
okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, 2012 is when I did this, so 8 years ago.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Nice.
Would you? I mean, I would like to actually be a zombie in a zombie movie. It'd be so much fun.
What if you're a slow zombie who just gets shot immediately? I mean,
That would suck. I don't want to be one of the ones that are just like, get obliterated. I want to be one of the ones like that. Remember in Walking Dead, the screwdriver zombie that was in it for quite some time, and he's like,
I don't because I haven't seen it, but Wombat might.
okay. I mean, I want to be one of the ones that's kind of like remembered,
Right.
Oh yeah, of course. You want to be just a zombie. You want to be the zombie.
Exactly.
Another thing in the 5K was there was obstacles that you had to get through. There was like a maze.
Oh, nice. It's
There
those
was an electric fence. You
obstacle
had to
course,
crawl
remember, yeah.
under. Yeah. So like
Oh my
it was like a
gosh.
Spartan race and a 5K at the same time.
Nice.
You know what they need to do with all these like abandoned malls in America? They just need to make it where it's like you do a gauntlet and you got to run through it, and there's like a bunch of
American Ninja Warrior.
Yes.
American Zombie Ninja Warrior, and then like you get your flags back by if you go and you stop in this place and you chug like a glass of OJ, and you
Bill's
get your
here.
flag back. It'd be great.
If you chug the OJ, you gotta chug the whole half gallon though, which is.
Oh,
great.
that's true. That's true. You're like, okay, I got one of my flags stolen.
Damn.
Let me go like pop this, and you just like pour an OJ on yourself. You're like, oh yeah, and then you just
Follow
get
me.
and there's survivors that you got to go grab.
Bonus
And
point. I just want Dead Rising, the IRL experience. Let's be honest.
Follow me, come on.
And they act completely stupid. They act so dumb. They find the dumbest people they could find in real life, and then they put them in the game.
Like, what are you talking about? Like, they just like get grabbed or?
They have poor pathing. So like, if you have to go through a corner, they get stuck on the walls, right? And they just keep walking into the walls like they don't know what they're doing. And then like, yeah, they'll just get grabbed randomly by zombies. Just
You'd
the
have to
usual
have like
stuff.
they have like a tether on you or something like that, and then like you go through.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you go through an obstacle before they're close enough, they just stand there and they start like stabbing themselves because they just start creating their health. They're just dying.
Oh my god, it'd be so good, dude. Man, they should do something like that though. Like at least like in all the abandoned buildings here in America, they should at least like.
What do you think they do? Do you think because they wouldn't do 3 days, but they could do like an overnight, like a 12 to 24 hour like zombie survival thing where your goal is like, okay, get these things done, like go gather these things across the mall without dying to the zombies, right? Like
Oh,
that'd
that'd be so
fun.
good. And just
right?
like make it like a paintball course, or like the zombies are wearing protective gear or whatever, but you're just going there and you're like, but and you're just like killing like kill that zombie,
Yeah,
or whatever.
even make it like Splatoon where you could have like a paint brush if you need melee, you just smack them with it.
Yeah, and like you kill them, you hit them with a green paintball, dead or whatever. from the green one. And then like after like 30 minutes, changed it. Now you got to be using red ones because the green ones can come back. That way they don't even have to worry about wiping themselves
Yep.
out.
And how cool would it be if there were survivors and if you save them, like not even like Dead Rising memeing, but like you'll get like keys to different shops or whatever. That'd be fun.
Oh, that'd be so much fun. Damn, dude. We're going to make this happen. Let's go buy them
this is our
all.
business now. Let's go buy them
It's
all.
like escape the room with zombies.
Yes,
In-
an
in a-
escape
in-
room
in-
with
escape
zombies.
the mall.
Escape mall.
All right, that's what we're doing. That's
Escape
what we're doing. We're gonna go
mall,
buy them all.
Jesus.
Or something.
Undead escape mall. That'd be so
Yup.
good, dude. Damn, that actually sounds pretty fucking dope.
You'd have to
It'd
make a
be
show.
sweet.
You'd have to make a show. Like, you couldn't have people running it at the same time. Like,
Yeah, it would have to be
You
a
have to
TV
make
show,
money.
especially for all those sweet views.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it depends. You could like obviously. I don't know shit about business, but like, if it wasn't gonna be a show, like you could just have it cost a lot because it's a 24-hour experience, and then you like cycle through that. Or if it was gonna be a show, then it would last longer than 24 hours, right? Because then you'd have it last like a week or
You
more.
just have
And-
multiple groups and like cameras everywhere so that you can.
oh my god. Well, if the groups start
But
fighting
here's
each
the
other.
problem: like, the reason why you couldn't do it like on just your own budget is because you'd have to hire all these people to be zombies.
Well, yeah, obviously I don't have money, but let's say I had Jeff Bezos' level of money, then I would do this.
Dude, it'd be better than Big Brother. Like I like where you're going with this, Wombat. You have like multiple groups in
Right.
there. It'd be like a reality TV show, and then see how they turn on each other, and then they even like
Oh my
Hunger
god.
Games.
they sit down in the little chair and they talk to the camera like, I can't believe so and so just turned on me. He drank
Yup.
all the OJ. I didn't even get any.
OJ. You know what you do? You make a cash prize, obviously, and the cash prize is split with all the survivors. So if you kill off survivors, you get more money for yourself.
Oh
And
my
then you really
God.
meme them.
Oh
you
my
really
God.
meme them. And you see who wants to stay friends. And then obviously it's harder if there's less survivors. So I think that's what you do. You drink all the OJ.
It'd be so good, dude. It'd be so good.
There's limited OJ in the fridge.
Yes.
And you'd have this
We gotta
one
make this-
guy.
We gotta pitch this idea. Or get some Hollywood executives on the line, Wombat.
Who
We're gonna
has
pitch this
money?
idea.
I don't
that'd
know
be
anyone
like,
who has
you know
money.
what? Like, I'm not drinking the OJ. It's got too much pulp in it. Screw that.
It's just okay. This is actually a really good idea, and I'll never have enough money for it, but I really like it.
It would be great.
Yeah, it would be great. All right, I gotta roll. I gotta go.
That's
feed
all
this
good.
kid.
I'm hungry. That was a fantastic idea for a podcast, Trell. This was Trell's
Thank
idea,
you, man.
everyone. It was a very fun podcast. This was a blast.
I just
guys-
gave his excuse to talk about Dead Rising, really.
Yeah.
And come up with our new business idea for when we get tired of working for a living.
And it's going to be fantastic.
Fantastic.
All right, guys. Well, have a great one. We'll see you next time in 2 weeks, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, here on the Wombat of Doom channel. We'll see you next time for some topic or another. We'll
We got a
figure it
few.
out.
We actually. I have an idea, and you mentioned an idea in the Discord, so we have some
Yeah,
ideas.
we got
It'll be
some
fun.
stuff. So
Yes.
thanks, guys, for coming in. Appreciate y'all being here, and we'll see you next time.
All right. See you guys later.
See ya.
Bye.